What's going on, guys? Fun with Knives back again. As you can see, I'm back and I have a new look for the channel. I got a new background, new tripod, and even new lighting. I really wanted to spruce things up a little bit. I got a lot of great input from you guys to do carbon fiber as a background or leather or wood, and I couldn't really decide on what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a little bit different. So I got this vinyl background. It looks like a gray colored leather, but I think it's really cool. My main reasoning behind that was my old background was just too dark. It made everything a little bit too dim. You couldn't see what I was doing, and I think this will bring some more clarity to my videos. So I'm back. You know, I took a week off or so, and I was doing some vacationing. I was backpacking, I was hiking, doing the things I like to do, and I'm back with a whole lot of content. I'm behind on videos I'd like to be doing, so I was kind of struggling with what video to come back with. And I got a new knife today, and I want to do an unboxing for you real quick, give you my initial impressions, and because I'm excited about this one. Obviously, it is a Kershaw. You guys know I'm a huge Kershaw fan. I've been wanting this model for a long time. I just never really got my hands on it to see how I liked it in the hand, and I finally did, and I was like, yep, I need that. So what model is this? This is the Kershaw Strobe, model number 1086. So I don't know what it is about this knife that called me. You know, I don't know if it was the stonewash or the ball bearing pivot or what it was, but something about this knife just really appeals to me. So here's your knife, get your plastic and your normal paperwork in there. And the reason for the patch, no reason at all. Kind of doing the nut and fancy thing where he's got his morale patches. Those are kind of his own, but I like the Jolly Roger guy. He's cool. I'll kind of switch him out through the videos, give you something else to look at. And this new tripod is sitting up a lot higher, so I think I have more room to work with, and you know, just one knife might be too boring for you guys. So there's the knife. The deployment is awesome. So I'll give you guys the specs real quick, and we'll get into my initial impressions. We have a blade length here of 3.3 inches. Your handle length is 4¼ inches, making your overall length 7.55 inches. Great size for EDC, I already love that. Your weight on this one is going to be 4.37 ounces. A little bit heavy, but there is a lot of steel in that handle. And then your blade thickness is a pretty standard 0.12 inches, with your handle thickness being 0.61, so a thick handle, and that is only because of these glass-filled nylon scales. These are removable. I think the knife works fine without them, which you might see that in the future. I haven't quite decided. Blade steel on this one is going to be 8CR13 MOV. It's a Chinese-made Kershaw, kind of standard for their Chinese-made ones. So why this model, guys? Honestly, it reminded me a little bit of the Knockout as soon as I saw it. It's got a similar blade shape with a lot of belly. I like the handle feel to it. It was kind of narrow, but it's wide in this direction. It feels good in your hand. It's essentially a frame lock. You can see it's got a flat grind on it. Heavy stonewash all over the blade and the steel handle scales on it. Interesting little swedge taken out right here. It's a clip point blade shape, but I think it's gonna fulfill the want I have for these big bellied knives. I think this is one of the best, most utilitarian blade shapes out there, for me at least. Got your Kershaw logo here. Some oil or something there from being in the box. Model number 1086, and this is a matte Diskin design. Not familiar with him as a designer whatsoever. I know he designed the Diskin Hunter, which is basically a fixed blade version of this knife. But other than that, I have no information, so I won't pretend like I know all about it. And like I said, Chinese produced. So this knife is deployed with your flipper here. No jimping on it. Great shape and great size. And is riding on the KVT ball bearing system, just like most ZTs are. That's the Kershaw Velocity technology. Just some cage ball bearings. Really make your deployment smooth. And this knife is particularly smooth for the price point. The detent is just perfect. It flies out every time. It looks like it's assisted, but it's not. In fact, it reminds me, the deployment at least, not the knife itself, of the CRKT Outrage. The detent is a little bit strong on both of these models, but I'd rather have it that way than too weak. The deployment feels essentially the same, and this is running on IKBS, this is running on KVT. So I love everything about the deployment. Your lockup here is a frame lock, steel handle scales, hitting pretty early. Very solid lockup. I mean, there's the slightest hint of side-to-side play. I'll just tighten that down and that'll go away. External stop pin here. Perfect blade centering. As I said, you have these K-textured glass-filled nylon scales, and I think they are removable. In fact, I might sand these down just to make it more of a smooth texture rather than the K texture. That's where all your width is coming from. But this knife is very compact. It's more compact when it's closed than I really envisioned it would be. In a lot of ways, this looks like a bigger knife on the internet, and it's not. It's you know, a barely over 3-inch blade, 4 1/4 inch handle, great EDC size. But yeah, that's just my opinion on it. You have your glass-filled nylon backspacer here. I love the texturing on that. I don't know how helpful it's going to be. You can see it floats outside the handle a little bit, but it looks cool. I like the feel of it. Your clip is definitely a selling point for me. Deep carry, reversible, and boy, that is a great design for a clip. The tension's not too strong, easily adjustable with that one screw. I love how it kind of gets inset into the handle there. So guys, am I excited about this knife? Absolutely. It combines some good features. Not that the deployment is near as good as this ZT, but it's riding on the same system, that KVT ball bearings. I really like it. It's got a same kind of feel as the Knockout, and it's a little bit smaller than the Knockout. That camera angle's a little bit deceiving, but I like the blade shape. I like the deployment. The only thing I really don't like so far are the handle scales. They add a little bit of width, and I don't know how I feel about it yet. So guys, hope you like the new look of the channel, and I'll be having a review coming up on this knife once I get some carry time with it. And I'll see you guys soon, and make sure to have fun with your knives.